All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit early on this morning. Avanti Energy, very, very interesting story here. CEO Chris Bakker joining us this morning to talk a little bit about the prominence, I guess, Chris, when it comes to helium and helium extraction. So tell us a little bit to start things off here about the company overall, and maybe fill in the viewers on some of the things that they're not aware of that not only require helium, but that use helium on a daily basis. Great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you. Thank you. Yeah, our company was formed by a group of proven oil and gas veterans, and we saw the opportunity in helium to redeploy our skills. As you know, oil and gas has been a bit volatile. And we saw the growing supply-demand gap in helium as a great space for us to apply these skills. Helium is primarily used in the medical area for MRIs, but the real growth area is in high tech, which we find very interesting.
And a part of our daily lives, almost, as we say, on a daily basis, talking about some of the things we carry around in our pockets to, these smart cars that are coming up almost on a daily basis, the chip industry as well, that has been so prominent over the past couple of months. Walk us through the extraction process here. Again, viewers might not be overly familiar with, the compound itself. Maybe give us a little explanation as to how the company actually pulls this out of the ground and what that entails.
Sure. Helium's it's a byproduct from the natural decay of uranium and thorium, and those elements are found deep in the earth. And helium is a very light and small element, and as it's formed, it wants to rise. And as it travels through the various layers of the earth, it runs into impermeable layers and becomes trapped in a fashion very similar to natural gas. So that's the obvious extension of our skill set. We're natural gas veterans, and so the exploration process is very similar. We're looking for traps and structures similar to natural gas using geoscience skills. We've got a strong team of geologists and geophysicists, and the entire process is very, very similar to natural gas.
So when it comes to, we're going to talk about what the company's focused on as far as projects are concerned here coming up. But when it comes to demand, where is Avanti seeing the biggest demand? Where is the biggest customer coming to the company at this point?
Yeah, the real growth is on the high tech sector. Things like semiconductors, which you alluded to, require helium to grow or to be manufactured. Fiber optic manufacturing uses helium. The single biggest buyer is NASA, and of course, you've seen in all the news lately, the billionaires are entering the space industry as well. So we find that a very exciting opportunity for us as well.
When it comes to the way that they are using it, though, walk us through, I guess, what is the NASA's of the world finding so interesting and so useful about helium?
Yeah, the unique characteristics of helium are that it's an extremely small molecule, as I mentioned. Its liquefaction point is minus 272, so if you need an extremely cold environment for certain electronics to operate, things like quantum computing, that sort of thing, and MRI magnets, that only operates at those extreme temperatures. And in terms of things like opportunities for groups like NASA and the rocket industry, it's really about leak detection and purging of the atmosphere. Helium's inert, so it doesn't react with anything else, and that makes it an excellent product for that situation. Globally, I think I should have mentioned earlier that we are seeing an 11% demand growth across the globe, and that's led to the supply-demand gap that's really driven prices up in the last few years.
So the company's active currently both in Western Canada and in the Montana area. Tell us what about this area, provides the most opportunity as far as helium extraction is concerned, and give us an update on both of these projects.
Sure. In the Canadian side, the oil and gas industry has a tremendous amount of data that has to be published, and that's allowed our geoscientists to build some very detailed models prospective structures for helium. We took that information on the Alberta side and acquired some land there, and extrapolated that across to the Montana side of the border. And that's led to our core property. Now we've got 60,000 contiguous acres there with quite a number of prospective structures that we hope to be exploring here in the next few months.
So when it comes to what to look for next, I know in this country anyways, if you go to the doctor and they send you to get an MRI, it's weeks as far as the waiting list is concerned. So the demand for that obviously still very, very high. What can viewers expect up next for the company?
Yeah, next we're still targeting to drill 3 wells this year. We are actually actively lining up rig inspections so we can deploy the equipment on the ground here in the next few months. The success case on those 3 wells would be that we would continue on drilling in the new year and be ordering facilities this winter with production aiming for about Q3 of 2022. So there's a direct line of sight between today and production. But right now, all of our focus is on testing that ground with the drill rigs. So we're taking every step we can right now to accelerate that.
Bakker, CEO of Avanti Energy, AVN, on the Venture Exchange here in Toronto, guys. If you want to check out that symbol. We appreciate your time today, Chris, and look forward to an update in the future.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Have a great day. There we go, guys. A helium play. First time I had the pleasure of having that conversation with Chris going back to last week.